You'll probably find that some poses in yoga have been taken and put into your PT classes, into your Pilates classes and whatnot, and that's great. Like, I'm glad you're stretching and getting your mobility. But let me teach you how to come into Cobra though. There's a few mistakes people make with Cobra, and the biggest one is when they come forward and they bring themselves into the back bend, their hips are not touching the floor. And I understand that makes Cobra more of a back bend and it makes it a bit more intense back, but that's where you're then coming up too high for your Cobra. And here's some alternatives. Cobra gets used at the beginning and the end of practices, so you have to be completely warm to come into our Cobra. A nice warm-up is bringing the hands really nice and wide, finding a lift and slowly coming down, almost keeping those lower ribs connected to the floor, squeeze through the glutes, feet are about hip distance, and push up. And then you can also bring the weight over to one side, find a stretch in the shoulder, bring it up, keep it flowing. Another alternative for a space where your hips are on the floor but you're not feeling quite so into the lower back is just coming up baby Cobra, but keeping it nice and active. If you're in a warm-up, hands can come up, and then you bring them down, hands can come up, and you're slowly finding more strength in your back rather than pushing up into your Cobra and putting compression in that lower back. The thing I want you to do is make sure that when you're in a back bend, you're squeezing the glutes. Come into a baby Cobra, the upper ribs are coming up, we're looking off the mat, and then we slowly come down. When we push up higher, we can find the gaze is shifted forward, elbows are tucked in towards the ribs, and we slowly lift up high, and eventually you might lift it and have straight arms, but you want those hips connected to the floor. They may never get straight as well, because that is a very hard movement for some people to keep their hips on the floor. See how big a back bend Cobra can be, but it doesn't have to be. That's why you don't want straight arms. What you want to focus on is making sure we have engagement in the lower body and keep it nice and low and find the openness of the chest. It's not about bringing yourself all the way back in a place that's really uncomfortable. It's not about lifting through the hips just to get more compression in the lower back. It's about opening the chest. Cobra never sits well with you. A good alternative is Sphinx pose. I also think just cow pose is a really nice alternative if the back bends on the floor are really too intense on the lower back. Anyway, enjoy your Cobra.